Good morning. I am going to start off with some basics that we will be utilizing throughout our entire practice. So I'm going to begin with going over a few key points, bandhas and breath, and I will show how we will implicate that into our entire practice and everything that we do. So to begin, I will go over the bandhas with you. So the human body has two bandhas that we are going to be working with, and those will help with core strength, balance, and just about everything. The most important one for me is the Uddiyana Bandha, which is just below your belly button. So it's in between your crotch and your belly button, and you want to pull that in. So a physical or a mental image would be pulling it in and pulling your core towards your spine. So you're just engaging it. It's not like you're crunching and trying to flex or anything, but you're just engaging it and pulling it in towards your spine. And this will also help with your breath. And then your Mula Bandha is right in between your bum and the front of your crotch. And so you just want to lift that just a little bit, kind of engage. It's almost kind of like a Kegel a little bit. You just kind of want to engage that so you can feel as you engage your Uddiyana Bandha and your Mula Bandha, your posture automatically improves. So you just kind of feel your spine lengthen a little bit. You can feel your body engaged, your core engaged here. And this is called an active sitting posture. So you're just engaging your bandhas. You're not changing your breath. You're not really doing anything, but you're engaged. So super important. This is something that you can practice when you're at work, when you're just sitting around watching TV, whatever, you can be practicing engaging your bandhas. Sorry, you might be graced with the presence of some puppies. Okay, go lay down. Go lay down. Go, lay down. Do you want to lay down right here? Lay down. Girl. Lay down. Sorry. You need to lay down. She's a little hungry. I think they got in trouble this morning, so Jason didn't feed him. Anyway, so onto your breath. So once you have your bandhas engaged here, we can begin to focus on the breath. In yoga, you breathe through your ribs. So one thing that I noticed as I expanded my yoga practice and as I really worked on my yoga breath, my ribs began to expand out, and I actually had to go a bra size bigger. So if that happens, it's not because you're gaining weight, it's because you're actually expanding your ribs, which is good because you are then strengthening, go lay down, and lengthening and making your muscles along your ribs that much more flexible. So when you practice your breathing, once again, engage that Uddiyana Bandha, pull your ab muscles towards the front of your spine, and breathe through your chest. You want to be able to feel your muscles on your back, along your ribs, and in the front, and your sternum, stretching and pulling as you inhale. So you want to imagine pulling as much air as possible. You want to be able to even out your breath. So I do 4 counts for each inhale and exhale, and that evens that out there. So inhale, exhale. In yoga, you always inhale through your nose. And it's actually a scientific fact that if you inhale and exhale through your nose, it is beneficial for your lungs and your organs. Yes, your digestive organs. So if you inhale through your mouth all the time, there's no filter. So your nose has little hairs in it. That is your filter. It has your sinuses. It cleans the air before allowing it into your lungs. So if you're breathing through your mouth, you're not allowing the air to go through your sinuses, through those little hairs to clean that air before entering your body. Also, your digestive system also begins in your mouth. So if you're allowing that dirty air into your mouth, it also can get leaked into your digestive system. So you always want to inhale through your nose, especially when doing yoga. It also allows you to take these full yoga breaths. If you're constantly inhaling and exhaling through your mouth, as you know, through running and stuff and, you know, a lot of cardio exercises, you're panting through your mouth and it actually makes your heart rate go higher. But when you're exhaling and inhaling through your nose, especially inhaling, it actually lowers your heart rate. So even when I was running cross country, they would say inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth when you're running. And that would help your heart rate to just stay a little bit lower. This also helps with pain management, stress management, and exercise, you know, all these other benefits. As you know, I have ovarian cysts. When I breathe through my nose and, you know, keep those breaths long and even, it helps with that pain management. It helps with my heart, helps with my brain, everything. So it's super awesome and super important to do while practicing yoga. So as you practice these breaths, I would recommend maybe constricting the back of your throat just a little bit so that you can hear your breath. This is also super important because when we get into some of these faster, maybe more intense yoga videos and yoga flows that I'm going to be taking you through, you want to be able to keep track of your breath, because your breath is what creates the movement. So prana or asana is movement. Prana is the breath. So prana creates the asana. Your breath is what carries you. And you'll notice as I'm giving you the directions and cueing your breath, as you inhale, you will rise up. And as you exhale, you will come back down. So we'll go over a couple of practices here, a couple postures for you to practice your breath with, and just practice moving your body with your breath. But let's take a couple breaths here and try to constrict that breath, just so you can hear it, or constrict your throat so that you can hear your breath. So inhale, exhale, wait, get over here. Awesome. So just practice that throughout your day. You don't have to close your eyes or anything, but you can also practice that during your meditation section of your worksheet. So with that, when you're meditating, you want to just focus on your breath. So one thing that I was taught when I was first learning to meditate, notice how your air feels as it enters and exits your nose. They would often say, see if you can feel the air on your upper lip. My upper lip's not big enough. I could never feel it. But if you can, just focus and observe that. So that is a huge and an awesome opportunity for you to be practicing your different breathing techniques, is when you're meditating, because that's what you're focusing on, your breath. Your life that carries you is your breath. Without breath, you have nothing. So when you're meditating, that is an awesome thing to do, is to practice your different breathing techniques. So you can practice engaging your Uddiyana Bandha, your Mula Bandha when you're sitting or even walking. You know, take a minute and see how it feels when you're sitting. And then when you're out walking around doing chores, you know, whatever you're doing, then try to notice how it feels to have that engaged when you're up and about. Maya, you are crazy. But anyway, so yeah, try those things, and then I will take you through a couple exercises for you to practice on your own. Excuse me, guys. Go lay down. For you to practice at home, I'm going to move my mat to the side a little bit so you can see. Okay. So this is called cat and cow, and it just shows and gives you a little feel for how it feels to move with your breath. So on an inhale, pull your heart forward and point your hips towards the sky. So you have this this arch in your back here. So you pull your heart forward and point your hips towards the sky and look up just a little bit. And exhale, round your back like a Halloween cat and hollow out your abs. And this is another place where you can feel that engagement in your Uddiyana Bandha. So you just pull your abs towards the front of your spine. Arch your back. Inhale, come back up, round your back, point your hips towards the sky, open your heart. And exhale, round your spine again. Inhale, come back. And exhale, round your spine. Do this a few times. Try to do it every day. So whether you do a full practice or not, it's so important that you keep your spine flexible and warm. Especially in America right now, in corporate, when you're working and stuff like that, our spines get so stiff. You know, not very often, we, twist our spines from side to side. Usually it's front to back. And even then, we don't usually arch our back. Usually we are hunched over like this. And there's actually been studies shown that people, especially kids nowadays, are actually forming little bumps on their neck from their spine being so hunched over. So we want to make sure every day to make sure that your spine is warm at least once. So that cat and cow is a perfect way to just throw something in. You're practicing your breath, you're waking up your spine a little bit. You can also move side to side. So same idea. So you inhale with your neutral spine and exhale, let it fall to the side. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, let it fall to the other side. And inhale, come back to center. And do it again. Exhale, let your hips fall to the side. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, let them fall to the other side. And inhale, come back to center. So that moves your spine in a different direction. It keeps it warm. So you're not even really moving your body all that much. You're just kind of swaying from side to side and waking up that spine. It's super important that we do that every day. That helps with aging, helps with back pain, everything. Like even just there, my back cracked a couple times. So it feels really, really, really good. So I would recommend doing that in the morning, just as you wake up. Move around. I would even recommend doing that before you even get dressed in the morning. That's the first thing you do. I haven't been doing it like I'm supposed to, but a goal that I have is to do sun salutations every morning. And I will go over that with you on Friday's video, but I want you to practice these things right now. Start looking at your breath, because once you have that breath and that pattern of moving with your breath, the sun salutations that I'll be teaching you on Friday will be a lot easier. So here are some things to work on. Let me know what you think, and let me know if you have any questions or concerns, and let me know what you think of the worksheet that I sent you on Monday. Have an awesome day.